Hello students, welcome back. Now in this lecture we are going to continue our fourth chapter, that is motion in a plane, and our next topic is cross product in a vector. Till now we have discussed the multiplication of a vector, and we know multiplication of vector has two types, and we have done with the vector multiplication with scalar, and in the vector multiplication with vector, here also we have two types. One is dot product and one is cross product. We have done with the dot product. Now let's discuss about the cross product. So cross product is basically when you multiply a vector with a vector, you will get a vector quantity. So that is basically the cross product. So the formula of the cross product is A cross B is equal to modulus of A multiplied modulus of B sine theta, and we add n cap, that is a unit vector, which will add the direction to the cross product. Now the you can even write it like AB sine theta n cap, and here n cap is unit vector which is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. That will clear you in a bit. I will discuss about it in little bit time. So and important thing is we use right hand thumb rule to tell the direction. So here n cap is a unit vector which basically tell the direction, and we use a right hand thumb rule to tell the direction. Now let's take an example of torque, which is having a formula R cross F. So in torque, what we basically have, now suppose this is your door, and when you put a force on your door, it will start moving, and suppose it can move in 360 degree. So that is basically R. And now suppose you are having, that is R, and now suppose at that time you put force over there. So at that time the direction of the force is this. So what you can do, you are here the formula is R cross F. So you have to put your palm in the direction of R, and the force on is this side. So you have to move it like R cross F, and the direction is on upward side. But on the other hand, if we have the force direction at that side, so the at that time R is at there, but we can't move it. Here we have it like this, and for here we have to use like this. Okay, so even I draw it here, so here also it will be like this. But if it is in anti-clockwise, that means in this direction, so it will be like this, because our palm is in the direction of R and the force is in this direction, so we have to rotate it like this. So the direction of the that vector cross product is on downward side. So that is the basically you can tell the exact direction. It will be on the upward side or it will be on the downward side. Now let's discuss about the properties of vector cross product. So first property is vector product is not commutative, it is anti-commutative. That means if we cross product A cross B, then it will not equal to B cross A. That's basically a commutative property. It will equal to minus B cross A. But on the other side, what we have done in the previous class, we discussed that the dot product is commutative, but cross product is not commutative, it is anti-commutative. Next one is second property, distributive over addition. So when we multiplied A with B, it will give you A cross B and plus A cross C. So that is the second property that is distributive over addition. Now next one is vector product of two parallel vector or anti-parallel vector is null vector. That is why, because the formula of A cross B is AB sine theta, and if we have a parallel vector then the angle between them is 0 degree, and if we have anti-parallel vector then the angle between them is 180 degree. I mean to say that if we have a parallel vector then the angle between them will be 0 degree, but on the other hand if we have anti-parallel vector then the angle between them is 180 degree, and we know sine 0 and sine 180 degree is always 0, so that will give you a null vector. Now next one is vector product with itself is 0, and if we multiplied a vector with itself, it will give you the answer 0, because suppose this is a vector A, and when we multiplied a vector A with vector A, so the angle between them will be 0 degree, and we know sine 0 is 0, that's why this whole product will be 0. Now next one is the magnitude of the vector product of two mutually perpendicular vectors is equal to product of their magnitude. Now if we discuss about the perpendicular vectors, then the cross product between them will be the magnitude itself. That means A cross B is equal to AB sine 90, because they are perpendicular to each other, and we will get only the magnitude of these two vectors. So this is the fifth property. Now next property is the interesting one, vector product of orthogonal unit vector. So we have already discussed in brief about the orthogonal unit vector. So when we multiply I cross j, so what we will get, we can use this image to get it solved. If we do in the anti-clockwise direction, so I cross j will give you k cap, j cross k will give you I cap, and k cross I will give you j cap. But on the other hand, if we do in the clockwise direction, then the result will be negative. That means if we multiply k with k cross j, the answer will be minus I cap. If we multiply j cross I, then the answer will be minus k cap. And if we multiply I cross k, then the answer will be minus j cap. So that is the sixth property, and I hope I am clear with the all the property. Now our next topic is cross product in Cartesian coordinates. Now let's suppose we are having two vectors, that is a vector that is a1 I cap b1 j cap plus c1 k cap, and b vector that is a2 I cap b2 j cap plus c2 k cap. So these are the two vectors, and that is their Cartesian form, Cartesian coordinates. Now the cross product of this Cartesian coordinate will be the new thing to you, because we will solve it with the help of determinants that will come in your 12th class. So you have to learn it carefully, because the most of the numerical of vectors will be from in this form. So let us discuss what is the Cartesian coordinate. So here what you have to do, you just have to make the determinant like this. Here what you have to do, you just have to first of all write I cap j cap and k cap on the top of this, and you have to make a matrix. Even matrix you will learn about it in your 12th standard. Here we made 3 columns and 3 rows, so that is basically 3 cross 3 matrix. We write matrix like this, and if you have 3 cross 3, that means you are having 3 rows and 3 columns. So that is basically 3 cross 3 matrix. Now we are having a 3 cross 3. Now what you have to do for solving this determinant, you just have to use the first one, that is I cap. So I am writing I cap over there. After I cap, that means you have to hide the first row and the first column and the first row. Then we will only left with b1 c1 and b2 c2. Now what you have to do, you have to cross multiply them. b1 c2, I am writing it over there. You have to first of all write I cap. After that, uh, first row and first column you have to eliminate, and we have left with this one. So b1 c1 b2 c2. Now you have to do the cross product, that means b1 c2 minus b2 c1. I hope I am clear up to that much point. What you have to do, first of all you have to write I cap, because it is lying in the first row and first column. You have to eliminate this, and you have to do the cross product of b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Now next is j cap. You have to use minus here, so minus j cap. Now this is the first row and second column, so you have to eliminate the first row and you have to eliminate the second column. Now you are left with a1 c2, so you have to do the cross product of a1 c2 and after that you have to use a minus sign and a2 c1 minus a2 c1. Now we are left with we have done with I cap and j cap. Now next is k cap. So k cap is first row and third column, so you have to eliminate this. Now we have to use the plus sign over here. I am writing it at there, k cap. Now after eliminating these two, we are left with a1 b1 a2 b2. So you have to do the cross product, a1 multiplied with b2 minus a2 multiplied with b1. So that is the cross product in Cartesian coordinate. It will be more clear with the help of an example. Now let's discuss about some examples. Now here we have the first question, that is AB vector, that is minus 3 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 4 k cap, and BC vector, that is minus I cap plus 2 j cap plus k cap. Now we will solve it with the help of the determinant method, that is AB vector cross BC vector. So what we have to do, we just have to create the I cap, j cap and k cap as we discussed. I cap, j cap and k cap in the first row. In the second row we have to write minus 3 plus 2 and minus 4, that is minus 3 2 and minus 4. In the next row we have to write minus 1 the magnitude of this, 2 the magnitude of this and 1 magnitude of this. Now we have to solve this. So your AB cross BC will be, what we have to do, first of all we have to write I cap, then we have to eliminate the first column and first row. We are left with 2 minus 4 2 and 1, and now we have to do the cross product. So we have to multiply 2 with 1 minus 2 multiplied minus 4, 2 multiplied minus 4. We have done with that much. Now next is j, so we have to use minus j. We have to eliminate the first row and second column. Now we are left with minus 3 and 1. So first of all we have to do the cross product of minus 3 multiplied with 1. Now we have to use the minus symbol, and we have to multiply the minus 1 and minus 4, the cross product. Minus was multiply with minus 4. That is done up to the j cap. Now next is k cap. So we have to eliminate the third column and first row. We are left with minus 3 2 minus 1 2. So we have to do the cross product with -3 and 2. So first of all, let us write -3 multiplied with 2. Then we have to use minus, and after that we have to do -1 cross 2. Now -1 cross 2. So after solving it, we will get I cap 2 minus 8 and minus plus 8. Then here it is minus j cap and it is -3, and it will give you a -4 multiplied with -1, that is 4, and +4, and here it is minus, so it will be -4. And for k cap we are having k cap, and for this -3 multiplied with 2 -6, and minus here, and -1 with multiplied with 2 we will get -2 and -9 over there, so it will be get plus. So the final answer will be 10 I cap -7 and minus plus 7 j cap, and it will be -4 k cap. So that is the final answer. Now let's do one more question of this type, and here the P is 4 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap, and Q is 2 I cap minus 4 k cap. So what you students notice here, that j cap is missing over there. So how you will solve this kind of problem, let us see. I cap, j cap and k cap, we have to write 4 minus 2 and 3, and here 2, because j cap is missing, so we will write 0 for it, and next is k cap 1 is -4. Now P cross Q will be, what we have to do, first of all we have to write I cap, then we have to hide this and do the cross product of this one. So it will be -2 multiplied -4 minus 0 multiplied with 3. We have done with I cap. Now next is j cap, that is minus j, and we have to eliminate the first row and second column. So we have to do the cross product of 4 multiply -4 minus 2 multiply 3. So 4 multiply -4 minus 2 multiply 3. So that is about j cap. Now next is k cap. So k cap will be, we have to write this 4 multiply 0 minus 2 multiplied with -2. 4 multiply 0 minus 2 multiplied with -2. Now let's solve this one. It will become 0, and it will be -2 multiplied with -4, that will be +8. So 8 I cap, and that will be 4 multiply 4 -16 and -6 -22, and that will be plus 22 j cap, and that will become 0, and that will be 4, and here it is plus, so minus, and that will be plus 4 k cap. So that is your final answer. Now next move toward the next question. Now next question is determine the unit vector perpendicular to both a vector and b vector. So for this we are having the formula, that is a cross b, that is ab sin theta. So what we have to do, first of all we have to find out the cross product as we have done till now. So I cap, j cap and k cap. Now I am doing it quickly. So 2 1 and 1, 2 1 and 1, and that will be 1 -1 and 2. So first of all we have to use I cap, 1 multiplied with 2 minus -1 multiplied with -1 minus j cap, 2 multiplied with 2 and minus 1 multiplied with 1. Now next is k cap, 2 multiplied with -1 and 1 multiplied with 1. So we got I cap, that is 2 minus plus minus j cap 2 multiplied to 4, and that is minus 1, and minus k cap 2 multiplied with minus 1, that is minus 1. So that will be minus 2, and that is minus 1. So we got the value 3 I cap, and that is minus 3 j cap, and that is minus 3 k cap. So we got the value of A cross B, that is 3 I cap minus 3 j cap minus 3 k cap. Now what we have to find, we have to determine the unit vector. So for find out the unit vector, what we have to do, it is perpendicular, so it will be 90 degrees, so sine will be removed from here, and we will only left with A cross B, that is AB sine 90, n cap, that will be AB n cap, and we have to find the n cap. So A cross B divided by AB. So we have already find AB. Now we have to find out the modulus of A and modulus of B. Let's find out the modulus of A first. So modulus of A will be 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square whole under root, and that will be 6 under root, and B is 1 square plus minus 1 square plus 2 square whole under root, and that will also come around under root 6. Now we have to put all the things in this formula. So n cap will be, here we got 3 I cap minus 3 j cap minus 3 k cap, and here that is under root 6 mod A, and mod B is also under root 6. We are taking 3 common from here, and we will left with I cap minus j cap and minus k cap, and under root 6 and multiplied with under root 6, that will be 6, and 3 and 6 will be cancelled out. So unit vector for this will be half I cap minus j cap minus k cap. So that is the all the question about the vector cross product, and we will discuss some more questions about the vector, and I will give you the assignment, so you can do it by yourself, and we will discuss about test a bit later. So for this, thank you.